I begin to
It's been a while since I've made a documentary. Pretty much I've been very busy the last couple years, especially with my third independent album, Extra Read It All About It, where pretty much I had made a soundtrack, narrative movie alongside with the CD, and also I have been doing, well, most of my music videos, they were soundtracks to the CD. I mean the songs along with the CD. And right now, I just decided to make another documentary for the 2020 album. And I do everything. I direct, I edit my own documentary, my own films, music videos. I do it all from my own smartphone, and also I produce and write all of my own music. Been doing all this at one time, going on for now almost like 6 years. And this was an actual dream of mine that I really got to come true. Never did imagine that it could actually happen from the location, where I was in. I never did thought that I could do it. Even with being around here, thanks to the way how technology is now with social media and digital platforms. I've used a digital distribution company to put my music out there on the market, and social media to promote my videos, and also sending my music and videos, films out to places. Really, I'm being like my own company. And really, I'm like my own management. And so far, I've still have been, getting, pretty good growth off of building up my entertainment enterprise. So far, it had happened back in 2016 after the Sassy, Feisty, Cheese, and Kinky album, when I promoted it by sending off, it was, I think, a short film that I had made along with snippets of my songs and a music video. All of a sudden, I had started to get a lot of more people requesting me on my social media accounts. And I knew right then that I was pretty much growing and getting to the top. Well, I wouldn't say exactly to the top, but that I actually was making it. On my first album, I had released back in 2015. It was Lollipop 199.1 FM my station. Well, I did was start off by trying to do local music marketing with trying to get it on local radio stations, but it didn't really happen. Pretty much it didn't really get support. They didn't really, well, they mainly said because of the content that they didn't play it, but I didn't really see what difference it made, because content of music like that is always played all the time on the air. Or maybe it probably because barely anyone knew of me. But all of a sudden, so I just had started taking up my own music marketing by sending my music off to faraway radio stations, like outside of the state and other countries, and pretty much though they liked it, and I think it did had helped my name got out there a little bit more. And also, by the time the Sassy, Feisty, Cheesy, Kinky came around in 2016, I did a little bit more marketing by making my own. That's when really I had started making the films and documentaries, and I had started putting them also out there on social media platforms like YouTube and all, and had started sending them out to places to be aired. And I did all this with no money investment. Yeah, I really just only stuck with the ones that would take me on. I mean, well, really anybody on for free. And I had studied, the way how to market music and films, and also watch the way how like record companies supports and markets their artists, and how other artists markets themselves. And also I had learned to make films of my own by just watching other videos, and also by watching like movies and seeing the way how they do the credits and how they start off the beginning and the ending. And pretty much that's where I had picked up from it. I didn't really take any type of lessons or classes, not any classes at all, on how to be able to create and market my own music and films. And I learned to produce pretty much on my own by watching what I had saw another producer did, and the way how he had created music. It was by starting off with the beat at first, and practice either singing or rapping over the beat, and then going back in to put the verses and the choruses in. And afterwards when I had got caught onto it, then I had started looking around for like free digital studios like on the internet, and that's where I had started making Lollipop 199.1 FM ice station as a remembrance to that. And the first time when I had a single recorded, that was like back in 2011. I was 20 years old at the time when I had got a demo made, and because at the time I didn't really have no sort of income or money rolling in, so pretty much that's why I had started out doing everything for free. And a lot of stuff I didn't know, I had caught on to it quick. I had at first learned about like all the financial parts of the music industry, and learning like that whoever is helping you out with supporting you, putting you out there, they also get a cut out of your paycheck. Yeah, so really I have worked on Escrow Read All About It for about 2 years. I put out a single and a video to one single in late 2017, which was about like 5 or 6 months before I had released the album. And I still continue putting out songs and videos from the album last year in 2019, which why it took me a pretty good while before I did anything else. But right now I'm about to drop the 2020 album around in the really I'm not really for sure, but hopefully it will be at the end. Well, hopefully probably before this month. Yep, in 2020, it's gonna be, well, I wouldn't say like too different, but pretty much the content of the music, it is dealing with a lot of social issues, and it's still more of like R&B, pop, and yeah, I'm putting a little rock into it and a little mix of hip hop in it, and still it has a bit of electronic sounds. Yeah, and pretty much once when you get anything going on, your whole circle around you change. They may say you change, but really they the one who changes around you. And pretty much their personality switches up. Yeah, cause well, actually, to tell you the truth, really putting myself out there into the entertainment industry as being a independent entertainer, it pretty much did change my circle around me. It, well, I would say it kind of really made me feel like, just as the same as when it was, like after getting out of school, like everyone changes around you. I mean, you have like, well, barely like people who barely like notice you when you were younger. They pretty much, sometimes they're the main ones who may notice you when you get older, and the ones who did notice you when you were younger, pretty much they now keep far distant away from you. And well, after school life, and pretty much I would have to say, of course, I wasn't really popular back then in school, and mainly the ones who, well, I wouldn't say like they mean, but maybe they didn't barely notice me, or either they really didn't seem as much as they were like really interested in me. Pretty much those are the main ones who really had started to come on to me as, as we had got older out of school. And then pretty much after the entertainment business happened for me, when I got in, well, pretty much the hang of everything, like learning how to create, my entertainment, and learning how to market myself. Pretty much, a lot of people, well, I would have to say I've gained, pretty much like I would say like new people around me. Pretty much like some of them are strangers I didn't really knew that exist or who had any knowledge of me. And then there were, well, some that were, acted as if they were, really did, like say was like over excited about me. Like after school life now, pretty much they don't really really don't come around as much. But not that it really doesn't bother me, but really just being able to showcase my dream out there for the world to see, and just being grateful to see that the whole world could be able to see my gift, and that I can share my gift with, the whole entire world, not just only local or only on the internet. I also want to be like out there in the magazines or on TV,